Hey friends, it's Stephanie Jones here, aka Giving Gal, and I wanted to come to you today to share something that I typically write in a blog. And honestly, I'm just overloaded with this book launch. So I thought I would do a quick video and share with you 5 lessons that I learned from launching the Gratitude Challenge, but also how does it apply to everyday life. The first one is I have incredible friends, following, and even strangers. I've got to be very, vulnerable, transparent. It's hard to ask for help. So if you've never met me or you're just stumbling across this video, I don't have a big publisher behind me. I own my own publishing company, Giving Gal Press. I put out my own books. I do everything, not only from the writing, I contract with my editors, just everything that goes through it. Besides my administrative assistant, I'm pretty much a one-woman show. And so for launching my books, which this is my second book, I have to rely upon others. And so it's scary to go out and ask others for help. And that's what I had to do for launching the Gratitude Challenge. And what I'm reminded is just the kindness of others. I expected, it's funny how we build things up in our mind, but the most precious responses that I got from friends and family was overwhelming. Yes, they would love to help, but a lot of them just told me it was an honor, and they were honored that I asked them, and they thanked me for asking them to help. So anyways, I share that lesson to you, as a lot of times we're scared to do things because I think we're scared of the no or the rejection. But what I've learned over and over again is that most people want to help us. Most people are kind, and most people will say yes. Thing two, though, is I did have some rejections, and that's a lot of reasons why I think we don't pursue our dreams or our goals in life, is because we're scared of rejection. And so that almost prevented me from reaching out to a lot of people who I was asking for help. But what I learned is that those that usually reject us, it isn't about us or what we're doing or our project or product or our service or anything like that. The rejection is usually about them. And what I loved, and when people tell us no is, or when we even tell people no, is we don't have to give an explanation. A no is a perfectly good sentence with a period at the end of it. But I would love that all my friends that did tell me no were so gracious to give me an explanation. A lot of things had things that were going on with their kids and with school, starting new jobs, those things. And that's awesome. And I love that they felt comfortable sharing that with me, but also that they knew what their limits were to say no. So rejection, it isn't usually about us. The third thing is that I learned is, if there's a process that you can't control, it'll probably go wrong or fail, and you can't let that stop you. Along the way of working on this book, I had challenges, I can't even tell you, with Amazon, with the Postal Service, with the servers that email address and host and things that I don't even understand, which makes it even more frustrating. And so a lot of those things I could have quit. I didn't need them to launch the book, but I knew that the book launch wouldn't be as successful with some of the things that I wanted to do. So a lot of times when things don't work the first time, or maybe we fail, we get frustrated, don't quit. Keep plugging through, keep having perseverance, because if I look at all the things that if I would have quit, I wouldn't have had those available resources to help me out, to help readers find me. And with perseverance, all those things came to fruition, and I've been able to succeed in getting various things worked up. Number 4 is I had to realize that books are a long-term game, just like your goals in life. Sometimes we're in this instant society. We want instant gratification. And I can't just focus on the book launch day to be to define success or failure. And that should be the same with your goals. For me, there's so much I want to do, and I just don't have the time, or at least not in the time that I wanted to get it done. And so I have to think on, it doesn't mean that I can't do those things. I just have to give myself a little bit of time and a little bit of grace. It also helps to focus on one thing at a time and not trying to do everything at once. I was just reading a book called Indistractable, and there's a lot of research that says you really can't you can't multitask. If you are multitasking, it actually takes you longer, and you make more mistakes when you're multitasking. So it's taught me to just focus, get one thing done, do that really well, and then move forward. Also, the power of compound effect, like doing something a little bit every day, which I do ULA coaching. And if you haven't heard of ULA, or go check out the ULA guys and ULA Life. But the ULA guys talk about like focusing on 3 things each day that's going to move your goals forward. And over the course of a year, like that's 1,000+ actions that can move you forward. So think about the power of the compound effect. Number 5 is I don't control the result, and I'm a control freak. Some of you may be listening to this are also control freaks, and I came across a verse in the Bible, the NLT version, which I'd never seen it this way. It's Proverbs 16:3, and it says, "Commit your actions to the Lord, and your plans will succeed." And so every day I have been getting up and just writing my actions out. Here's the actions that I need to take today. I'm committing them to the Lord, and then He controls the success of failure. I can't go in there and try to control everything. Usually I screw it up. So I think that's another good lesson in life is, there's a lot of things that we want and we may or may not get those, but just commit to putting the effort in your actions, doing the work, and let the results be controlled by the Lord. And then finally, giving back always feels good. If you haven't followed me or this is the first time, I said at the beginning, I'm known as the Giving Gal because I give a gift every day. And that's something that I focus on. And with my books, The Giving Challenge, I partner with a company called Rice Bowls. And with my corporate match through my day job, Cisco, we've given close to 30,000 meals to children in need and orphanages. And so for the Gratitude Challenge, we're giving back. We're working in partnership with Pines Village Retirement Community in Valparaiso, Indiana, to help defray the cost for a veterans breakfast that they have during the month, one during the week and one during the weekend. But I also decided to have books that give back, so people can buy a copy of the book. It doesn't get sent to them, but I deliver it to a veteran with a thank you note from the person that bought that. So that has made me feel so good when people have already bought copies for veterans. I can't imagine what it's going to feel like to give them a free copy of the book. Anyways, I want to just say thank you so much for your time. Thank you for your help if you've helped with the launch. If you're interested in any of my books, you can go to givinggal.com/shop, and hopefully you took away a lesson or two with the goal that you're working on. Thanks. Have a fabulous day.